काँग्रेसचे नेते आणि लोकसभेतील विरोधी पक्षनेते राहुल गांधी यांनी 22 ऑगस्ट 2026 रोजी पुण्यात आयोजित छत्रों की गूंज या कार्यक्रमाला हजेरी लावली. ही या कार्यक्रमाची एक विशेष आवृत्ती होती, जी विद्यार्थिनींवर लक्ष केंद्रित करून आयोजित करण्यात आली होती. विद्यार्थिनींनी उत्साहाने सहभाग घेतला आणि राहुल गांधींसमोर आपली मते मांडली. राहुल गांधी यांनीही आनंदाने आपली मते आणि विचार व्यक्त केले असून त्यावर उपायही सुचवले आहेत. राहुल गांधींनी विद्यार्थ्यांना नेहमी धाडसी राहण्याचा सल्लाही दिला आहे. शहरातील आरटीओ चौकाजवळील एसएसपीएमएस कॉलेजच्या मैदानावर सायंकाळी 4:30 ते रात्री 9:30 या वेळेत होणाऱ्या या कार्यक्रमाला 20,000 ते 30,000 लोक उपस्थित राहतील अशी अपेक्षा होती, परंतु नंतर ही संख्या वाढवण्यात आली. या कार्यक्रमादरम्यान राहुल गांधी यांनी महिलांचा दर्जा आणि सामाजिक समस्यांवर भाषण केले. चला, त्यातील काही ठळक मुद्द्यांवर एक नजर टाकूया.
Hello, is it working? It's on.
सर हमारी आवाज के आगे माइक नहीं चल पाएगा. We love you too much. Make some noise.
Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful welcome in Pune. Today, I came to Pune not to give you a lecture, not to tell you what I think, not to talk politics to you, but more to allow you to express yourself, to say what you feel, to say what you think. And what I have done is I have put a little framework, some ideas to allow you to think, express yourself, and we'll discuss some of these ideas with young ladies from the crowd this evening. So I'd like to first of all start by welcoming everybody. सबका मैं यहाँ स्वागत करता हूँ और पहली बार शायद मुझे बॉयज कम दिख रहे हैं या दिख ही नहीं रहे हैं और लड़कियां दिख रही हैं. The idea behind this evening is, as is written over there, break the cage. I'd first like to remind you of one thing. Can I do that? Now, all of you in your lives must have been told many things, nice things, bad things. Many of you must have felt scared. You feel scared sometimes on the street. You do. But I want you to remember one thing. If there's one thing that you remember from this evening, it is this: that every single one of you is unique in this universe. If I was to look for any one of you, I will not be able to find a replica of that person. You are unique, you are special, you're individual, and you have your own dream, your own vision for your life. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm right. Many times, people ask me, what is India's biggest strength? And you get many answers when you ask this question. Somebody will say our economy. Somebody will say our military. Somebody will say our medical system. Somebody might even say our people. But I am very clear on what is India's biggest strength, our biggest asset. And that strength is 70 crore unique journeys, unique imaginations, unique dreams that the women of India are living. Somebody might say to me, well, there are 70 crore men. How do you say that 70 crore women are more important? What is your logic? My logic is the following. Women are by nature more sensitive, more gentle, more compassionate, and more forward-looking than men. And that is why I believe fundamentally that India's women, young, so you are either a mother or a wife or a daughter. And I'd like to quote over here the Manusmriti, which says clearly, in childhood, a female must be subject to her father. Meaning, the Manusmriti says, in childhood, a female belongs to her father. In youth, she belongs to her husband. When her Lord is dead.
I have recently graduated. I'm a lawyer and I will be pursuing masters after this. I have noticed in the last 5 years that I spent taking my degree that women in my field are subjected to such stereotypes that my classmate would not be. They are given opportunities, networking opportunities, and even cases being handed to them only because they are men and they don't have a family. It doesn't matter if they stay home or not. Also, I have heard from my senior that it is a waste spending money on my LLM only because after a few years I won't be practicing and I will be raising a family, and it's really sad to see that my degree is just diminished to a point in my biodata.
So how, when this happens, when you're in an exam at work and you're being told that you're a second-class citizen, that your degree does not matter, a man's degree matters, your degree does not matter, how does it make you feel inside? What do you want to say to India, to your friends here, about how you feel? Because I'm sure a lot of them also feel the same way.
Definitely. I want my colleagues, my teachers, my friends to have confidence in me that I won't need to prove that I have that degree. I studied for it. I put my
certificate you have to submit the certificate. You will not if I'm asking anything in a property or in anything, it's like I'm asking for it's not my right. I'm asking for the घर में जो भी सारी चीज़ें हैं उसमें मैं हिस्से मांग रही हूँ, हिस्सेदारी मैं कर रही हूँ. As a woman, I'm asking for a हिस्सा. हाँ, और as a like if is any other man, if I have my brother and it's his right, but if I'm asking, it's मैं हिस्सा मांग रही हूँ.
If your brother is asking,
yes,
it's his right.
Yeah.
And if you are asking,
मैं हिस्सेदारी कर रही हूँ घर में. मैं हिस्सेदारी कर रही हूँ.
Okay.
Yes. Again, now I'm come back from Delhi, and like there is a huge pressure for a marriage. And guy want a girl who is look fair, educated, healthy, but he doesn't want the girl like me. He wants to pursue his
But
her career.
you're a very beautiful girl. What do you mean he doesn't
Thank you.
want a girl like you?
Thank you. But they want a girl like me, but they don't want like a girl who is who wants to pursue her career in journalism, in PR, or any social where you connect with the people, or it has a social job. They don't want like girl like me. They want 9 to 5 girl who is doing office work. She will come back at 5. She will serve you She will cook for you. She will serve you food and everything. The girl like me who wants to go into the journalism field, who wants to go on the.
But why would a man not be proud of a wife who goes out, works, is independent, is living her own vision, her own dream? Why is it that the man is uncomfortable with this idea?
Then I think the man or his family would not be able to control on her.
But why is this control so important for a man?
Because always women treated as a secondary sex or human. They're not treated as an equal, or they're not treated as an equal human being or an equal citizen of this country, I feel.
Do you think men feel they are superior to women?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
They do?
Yes, they do.
So it's a mindset problem.
Yeah, it's a mindset problem. It's a patriarchal problem. The way it's.
And you come into contact every day of your life with this patriarchy.
Yes.
The roads are controlled by the patriarchy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
The businesses are controlled by the patriarchy. The school education system is controlled by the patriarchy.
There is a caste hierarchy.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this?
Like, I just wanted to treat my education, or I wanted to look at my education it's a dignified thing. I wanted to treat myself as a human being, not as a secondary person or the citizen of this country.
Do you get angry?
Every day,
You get
every
angry
night.
that what is going on? How is this
Yes.
happening?
Yes, every day I got angry. Every night I started thinking about this, how it's like this. I'm educated. I completed my masters in Jamia. Still, I'm facing this. I'm an educated one. Still, I have to face this every day, every night, in every table conversation. It's every time. It's like, oh, you are the girl. You will you are a girl. You will get everything. It's not about, okay, you are educated, you have your own dreams, you have your own ideology, you can think, you have your own thoughts. It's not never like this. It's always like, you are a girl, you are good looking, so any man will get married to you and you will have a good life.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you, sir.
So, we came up with the interesting word control. Do you feel that society tries to control you, men try to control you in everything that you do? So, here is a trap. And there are 4 methods of control. And I want to understand from you, have I got this right or have I got this wrong? The first method of control, violence. Second method of control, disrespect. Time is used against you, and in every single sphere of life, in some way or the other, men and the system is trying to control you, make sure that you do exactly what it wants. Agreed? And very interestingly, this oppression is disguised as concern. Ki we are very concerned about you. That is why we need to control you. Yes?